Hi, good morning everyone. Today we will discuss expansion part 1 under this square of binomial. Binomial, you already know, any algebraic expression in which I have two terms. So how you find the square of binomial? So we have two conditions in binomials. Either it will be accompanied with the positive sign, either it will accompany with the negative sign, like a plus b whole square. Then next is a minus b whole square. So these are the two identities. So what is the identities? Identity means in any expression there is something where some variables are in left side and some variables are in right side. When you apply the variable value both in left side and right side, if your answer is same, so that variable is considered as your identity. Like in your previous last exercise, we go with some identities like that. I will show you some identities like that. Here x plus a, x plus b is equal to xk plus a plus b, x plus ab. X plus a, x minus b is considered as xk plus a minus b, x minus ab. X minus a and x plus b is considered as xk plus b minus a, x minus ab. So what is written in the left side and what is in the right side? If some variables are there in the left side and some variables are there in the right side in particular expression, so if you solve, apply the value in this left hand side, same value in the right hand side in the place of particular variable, so if your answer is same, so that is considered as your identity. So further we have two identities here. One is a plus b whole square and one is a minus b whole square. When I open this, a plus b whole square means I am going to multiply this algebraic expression two times, like a minus b and a minus b. So here when you multiply, you keep it outside. This one a multiply with this whole bracket, that is a plus b, and next second term will be multiplied with the same bracket, that is your distributive property. Here also a will be multiplied by a minus b, and here minus b will be multiplied by a minus b, because you have to accompany with the your sign. So here when first a multiplied with a gives me a square, the next a multiplied by b give me ab, ba plus b into b give me b square. So this b of b into a I can also write with ab, so that is same, because when terms are multiplied you can multiply in any order. So these are the like terms. So here numerical part is 1 and 1, so that will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. Similarly if I move with the other, like here a multiplied by a square minus ab minus ba minus minus plus b square, so that give me a square minus ab. Here also I can write ba into ab form plus b square, and a square minus 2ab plus b square. So if you judge this one, this is the binomial term. So when I square the binomial term, my answer is in the form of trinomial. Both cases are same. Square of binomial means if I have two terms, algebraic expression in the binomial form means there will be two terms, either it will be addition, either it will be subtraction. So that will consider as only two ways of writing the binomial terms. So here if I do the square of the polynomial here, when two terms are added, so I will get the answer a square plus 2ab plus b square, and if two terms are subtracted and I go with the square of multiply two times that particular expression, I got the answer a square minus 2ab plus b square. So ultimately what I found the identity a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So that we call it first term square. So this is my first term and this is my second term. Okay, so this is first term square, this is 2 multiplied by first term multiplied by second term, and this will be multiplied by second two times. So you remember this time whatever two terms written and raised to power 2 is there, whole raised to power 2 is there, first term square plus 2ab plus b square. So this is my first identity. We call it first identity because instead of going with long procedure like this way, if I have two terms and whole power is there, so I can directly write this way: first term square 2 multiplied by first term multiplied by second term and last term square. Similarly, if I have a minus b whole square is there, I found that it will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. So that is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So that means first term square, last term square, because negative when you multiply two times that will be positive, but when first term multiplied by second term accompanied with the negative, when you multiply positive with negative, that gives you negative. And 2, according to the formula, I proved that a square minus 2ab plus b square. So that means when I have two conditions, like one term is here, one term is here, and negative sign between that, and square is whole power is there. So instead of opening this way by distributive law and long process, I directly apply my identity formula. That is my second identity: a square minus 2ab, 2 whatever power is there, 2 product of the two terms, then plus b square. If you look at this identity, if there is a plus, so there will be 2ab company with the plus. If there is a negative sign, the 2ab company with the negative sign. Otherwise my formula is same, only there is a condition of positive and negative. My terms are same, so that plus sign and that minus and plus sign bound, they are bounding, they are bound the three terms in a one expression, call it algebraic expression. Now here your 7.2 exercise. So here I have some questions like this. If I have a plus b whole square, that is square of a binomial sum, if two terms are added, so how you find the square of that term? Remember one thing, when you are going to find the square of the binomial term, always it will be answered in the trinomial. Trinomial means three terms. So here when I multiply, I got a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. That means first term squared, 2 times product of the both terms, and last term square and positive sign in between that. Then how can I apply in the formula in my question? If I have a question 3x plus 1 whole square, so instead of writing long procedure, I can directly write first term square 2 multiplied by product of the two terms, 3x into 1, then 1 square, give me 9x square plus 6x plus 1 is my required answer. Similarly 8p cube plus 3 whole square. So I will directly apply my formula: first term square 2 times product of these two terms and last term square. So when there is a square whole power is there, that means 8 square, p square, q square will be accepted. So 8 square will be considered as 64, p square and q square. Here 2 into 3 6 into 8 48, and pq as it is because no further variables are multiplied. Here 3 square is 9. So that is my required answer. But if my term is in fraction form, like 3x by 4 plus 2y by 9 whole square, so what I do, my formula is same because positive sign between them and whole power is 2. So remember one thing, whole power will be 2. So first term square plus 2 times both the terms plus last term square. So 3 square is 9, x square right as it is, 4 square is 16. Here 2 2's are 4, 2 cancel with each other, 3 1's are 3, 3 3's are 9. So only what is left, 1 by 3 xy is left here, and 2 square is 4, y square, and 9 square is 81. So that is my required answer. But what will happen if there is a bracket inside this curly bracket? Here is one single term and one binomial term is multiplied with each other, and whole power of outside the curly bracket is 2. So that means first, according to your exponent law, first term that also separately multiplied by 2 times and that also written as 2 times, like root 5 square and v square by 2 plus t square by 3 whole square. So this will be your normal multiplication. You multiply root 5 into root 5, and the square root, if there is a pair of any number, you can write only 1 and square root is removed. Only this now binomial term is left, v square by 2 plus t square by 3 whole square. So first term square plus 2 times product of the terms and last term whole square. V square 2, power will be multiplied, V4 and 2 square is 4, and here 2 is cancelled, only 1 by 3, V square, T square is left, T square, because this whole power 2 means T square square and 3 square will be in the denominator. If common power is there in the numerator and denominator, that means power will be both accompanied with numerator and denominator. So T4 by 3 square, that is 9. Now square of the binomial difference. How you will go with the square of the binomial difference? A minus b whole square gives me a square minus 2ab plus b square when I apply the distributive law. So here that means first term square minus 2 times product of the two terms plus last term square. Condition is same, whatever we have done in square of the binomial sum, only difference is sign is different, terms are same. So here if I have a question, 5 minus 2t whole square, that means negative sign between that means first term square minus 2 multiply product of the two terms plus 2t whole square. Why I write negative sign here? Does not believe in blindly in the formula. So there is a reason why negative sign come here, because when you are going to multiply these two terms, a into minus b, one is positive, one is negative, that gives you negative answer. But squaring form is there, if you have last term is minus b, you accompany with the sign, and negative square is if you multiply negative sign 2 times, that becomes you positive. So that is the reason that is minus 2ab. Similarly you have to do same thing, 2 times multiply the product, multiply these two terms, 5 into 2t and 2 last term whole square. 5 square is 25, this is 4 into 5 is 20 minus 20t, and 2t whole square means 2 separately go with square and t separately go with the square, that is 4t square. Similarly ab minus cd whole square is ab whole square minus 2ab into cd, product of the two terms, plus cd whole square. Now here ab whole square, so ab whole square means a square will be go separately, b square will be go separately. Here 2 abcd, c square and d square, that is my required answer. Instead of opening with distributive law, multiply each and every term, if it refer to our polynomial like square of the binomial terms, either sum or difference, you can directly apply the identity. If I have 7m square by 19 minus n square by 5 whole square, 7m square by 12 whole square, this is 7m square by 12 minus n square by 5 whole square, 7m square by 12 whole square minus 2 times product of the two terms, 7m square by 12 into n square by 5 plus last term square, n square by 5 whole square. Now here if 7m square by 12 whole square is, this 2 go separately with the each term raised to power. 7 square give me 49, m square 2 multiply by 2 give me 4, and 12 square in the denominator give me 144. Here 2 6 are 12, 7 by 6 5s are 30, 7 by 30, m square n square, and n square whole power 2 is there, 5 square in the denominator. So when power will be opened, n square becomes n4 and 5 square becomes 25. Now 83 whole square. So this type of question, if you multiply 83 into 83, that is little bit hectic job and it will too much time consuming. Instead of multiply 2 times 83, if I apply the identity here like this, I separate this 83 into binomial terms like that, 80 plus 3 whole square. So I can directly apply a plus b whole square formula, like first term square plus 2 times product of the two terms plus last term square. 80 square 6400, 2 into 3 6 8 480, and 3 square is 9. When you add all the terms, that gives you 6889. Thank you. Have a nice day.